Hi and welcome to my tutorial on how to make this really cute card for Father's Day or for a birthday for your dad or your husband. Now the first thing you're going to do is download my file off of my resource library. It's perfectly free. You're going to unzip that file and then import the SVG into Design Space on your computer. It's going to look like this and you're just going to follow the prompts. Now once you've got it in your canvas, which we'll have in a moment, it's going to be pretty big, but don't worry, it's going to come out to roughly a 5x7 card. You can of course change the size of the card if you want, and if you decide to do that, you're going to want to change the size at the top there before you even click anywhere. Now we're doing right now is we're just doing a plain card, but if you do want to add any sort of message on the inside of the card, you can edit that plain square in Design Space to say whatever it is you want. Alright, now we'll follow the prompts, and the key here is you want to make sure that you select cardstock as your type. So I'm using 65-pound cardstock. I usually pick the medium cardstock option here. And just make sure that you've got the right one. If you've got an Explorer Air 2, you're going to want to turn your dial to either one of the cardstock dials or to the custom dial. Now the key here is you are going to need a scoring stylus or a scoring wheel. If you don't have one, that's fine, you can do it by hand, but this does call for one. Alright, now just pick your paper, pick your cardstock and run it through your cutting machine and cut all the pieces according to the prompts. I like to use cardstock out of a pad that has all sorts of different colors and designs in there, so I know that they go together really well. Now one tip here, when you cut that big piece, put the piece of cardstock upside down on your mat so that the scoring lines are scored the right way, and it's really easy to fold as you see here. So you're going to fold the two sides together and then you're going to fold the collar. So you're going to just find those two tabs at the top, kind of pull them together so that the corners, the top corners touch, and then push down, and there you've got your collar. Alright, now the next step is going to be to take the tie and just line it up so you see where you want it. You want it to look like a regular tie does, so line it up with the collar the way you like. There we go. It takes a little bit of just moving around to find the right spot that you like, but there we go. Now we're going to use some glue. I do like to use the art glitter glue for cardstock like this. You can use a glue stick as well, but for this case we're working with just a really small spot, so the glitter glue is great. As you can see here, we've got a tiny little bottle and we can put it exactly where we want. So you're going to glue the tie just to the right side of the card, just the right flap, not both flaps, otherwise obviously we're going to be gluing it closed. And then basically only about half of the tie is going to be glued down, the other half is going to overhang from the right side of that card. Alright, there you go. We are almost done. Now the next part is going to be to open it up and then glue that center piece into the card. And again, this is the piece that you can customize in Design Space if you want. If you work in foil or you use pens or you want to do some sort of cutout, or you can just print it as we've got here, cut it as we've got here, and just write on it by hand. Another option would be to run your paper through a printer and print something to it, but of course you don't have to do that. So just put some glue around the edges. You want to make sure that it stays really nice and flat, and the thing I like about this glue is it doesn't warp the paper at all. And then just center it on your card, and we are almost done here. Alright, now while I'm pushing that down, the thing you want to think about as you're doing this is that when you close the card, you're going to want the collar to overhang on it, and that helps hold the card in place and it looks really cute too. Alright, so there's your card. It's really fun, really easy to make, and if you cut the pieces out, even your kids can make it.